fly out the country and sit at the table to bill. I am the best for real, I'm coming correct, my bitches dressed to kill. Niggas don't know how I feel, I paid my dues, my blood, my sweat, my tears. I put in work, I can show you how to not get burnt out over the years. I'ma finesse these meals and get all that weight off my mama so she could go live at 159. The doctor said, goddamn, that's one incredible kid. I am a legend for real, ain't none of these niggas done half of the shit we done did. Give me my flowers while I can still smell them, don't wait till I die to get on my dick. I need a house somewhere in the hills, I need my account somewhere in the mills. I could give a nigga $1 million worth of game, but I don't know Wallow and Gil. Let's have a discussion if you tryna build. Ain't talking about money, then you gotta chill. I put in work like Manny, I'm ill. Ask anybody, I do this for real. I ball like Taysom Hill, I came to play, I'm never gonna take a nil. The look on my face can kill. I put in work, I train like Navy SEALs. I am an 8 for real, I'm one of a kind, I'm one of the greats for real. It's gonna take some drills to be like Mike and imitate my skills. Niggas don't need much, know how I'm coming, I'm chilling today, but tomorrow I'm stunting. I'm hustling 7 days out of the week, go hard in the paint, DeAndre drumming. I'm in the game, applying pressure, I'm on the grind. Ryan Sheckler, I got a 30 inside the heckler. I got the juice like Nutty Professor. I hold my weight for real, don't piss me off, cause I might take your meal. Get in your face for real, like fuck your barbecue, I break your grill. I don't gotta take a pill, my natural mind state was made to kill. This how amazing feel, I can't be struggling and complacent still. I need a house somewhere in the hills, I need my account somewhere in the mills. I could give a nigga $1 million worth of game, but I don't know Wallow and Gil. Let's have a discussion if you tryna build. Ain't talking about money, then you gotta chill. I put in work like Manny, I'm ill. Ask anybody, I do this for real. Now talk about, you heard me? Do this for real. Yes, sir. Yeah. Living and growing. Yeah.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, give me that. Oh, that's what. Give it a Nick, turn it up. Oh, that's what's up. See, when I pull up, they show me love. Right before that, they ain't give a fuck. Till I blow that up. Boom, Stone Cold Jizzle, man, he cold as fuck. Tell the DJ turn the speakers up. And tell the girl to pull her panties up. Yes, I'm thuggin' and I'm tatted up. Jizzle panty dropper. Big dog, boom, rock waller. Don't you throw up sevens with your partner? Yup. That's what I do. I be making money in music too. Yes, I am, that nigga is my noose. Have you on the news? Based off stupid shit that you would do. I ain't gotta fight, I got my crew. Bitch, we coming through. Big crowd of slimy dudes. Yeah. We'll wipe it on like Boosie Boo. But fuck, it's up to you. We don't make the rules, we break them, dude. And we don't just make money, we take it too. Oops. Booted up off X and juice, it feel like Bonnaroo. I just say a word or two and like LJ falling through. You know me, I got a sticky move, can't be too comfortable. Bitch, you know I'm VIP, I ain't no normal dude. Oh, that's what's up. See, when I pull up, they show me love. Right before that, they ain't give a fuck. Till I blow that up. Boom, Stone Cold Jizzle, man, he cold as fuck. Tell the DJ turn the speakers up. And tell the girl to pull her panties up. Yes, I'm thuggin' and I'm tatted up. Jizzle panty dropper. Big dog, boom, rock waller. Don't you throw up sevens with your partner? Yup.
What's up? This is Dory the Queen. Welcome back to Positive Controversy. Today, I have my co-host with me in place of Stelly. Shout out to Stelly. Today is his anniversary with Wifey, so shout out to them. Happy anniversary to them. And I got my girl Kaylin with me.
What's up, y'all? They call me just Kay, but she knows me as Kaylin because this is,
That's my friend, and she's a dope-ass singer straight out of New Orleans. Y'all go check her out. She gonna drop all her stuff later, but she's here to co-host with me, and we have our dope-ass guest in the building.
Okay.
Mr. Chase Cassine himself. You heard me? He is an author, a licensed clinical
social worker.
Droppy.
Come
you
on.
heard me?
Come
That's
on.
my friend. My wife, my cousin.
Come on. Keep it going. I like it. Make me feel good. You bucking me up.
You know, and that's my dog. And we about to get into some things. How you feeling, cousin?
Cousin, I'm feeling good. I mean, positive vibes. I know everybody in the room. You know, you always say, damn, you know everybody wherever you go. So I'm feeling
the New
good.
Orleans vibe. You
that
already
part.
know. Anywhere you go in New Orleans, you're going to see a cousin somewhere.
That part.
And so, a little backstory on how I know Cassine and how Cassine is my cousin.
Right.
Speaking of how you know everybody in the world or whatever.
Tell a story.
I met Cassine on what, MySpace?
MySpace days.
In like 2005.
Yeah.
Like long time ago. And out the gate, he always was my cousin. Period.
Straight up.
Straight out the gate. And we really formed a friendship over social media.
Yes.
He went to, go ahead, tell him about your school.
I mean, that way you were telling that story.
Go ahead.
All right, so just to add a little bit to it, we did meet on MySpace. We was on each other top 10. What was top 5?
Top eight, top
10.
It was the eight.
Top
It was the
8.
eight.
Top 8.
It's definitely
Top
And
eight.
we actually, that's crazy. We did form a friendship via social media, just connecting, knew a bunch of people. We didn't catfish each other, obviously.
Ain't no catfish.
Ain't no catfish.
It's
So, so we knew a lot of the same people and just connected, formed a friendship that became a kinship.
Yep.
And started calling each other cousin and stuff. So
Yeah,
the rest is
so
history.
That's New Orleans. And then, ironically, Kaylin is my cousin
Wow.
through ex-marriage.
It's me. It is I.
So, like, my ex-husband is Kaylin's second cousin. Their moms are first cousin.
Okay.
So, like, you know, it's a family affair in his
I
city.
feel it.
Definitely
Positive
is.
controversy.
Yes.
Ex-family members. Like, this show is positive controversy, so we get into a lot of things that are positive, but, you know, everything has a little controversy.
Oh, I
to
like it.
Whatever.
I like that title. I like that.
Whatever. So tell us a little about yourself, Mr. Cassine. Let the people know who you are.
Okay. So you kind of gave me a little spill.
I gave him
a little something.
one, too.
So I'm gonna say, just to add to that, therapist, writer, author of The Sweetest Therapy, and native New Orleanian.
Native New Orleanian.
I like that.
That's the best part.
I know, right?
That's the best part.
The best part.
So what, of all those many hats that you wear, what is your favorite one?
Being a licensed clinical social worker and therapist in the community.
Yes. And why is that?
Why is that? Because me being a black male in therapy, I'm changing the way therapy, the perception of people's perception of what therapy looks like. Often in the media, therapists are usually, it's gonna be honest, right? Positive controversy.
Gotta keep it real.
Keep it real and transparent is often like a Dr. Phil, you know, you're laying on your sofa. What was your childhood
He's trying
like?
to be Midas.
Yeah. What was
White
your
males.
an older white male where there may not be no relatability for that particular client. That may be a person that's
Right.
brown or black, minority or something. So changing the way therapy looks and making it more acceptable. That's what I enjoy about being a therapist and in social work.
Okay, perfect. All right, you have any questions? Okay.
What made you what made you get into that field? Like what really piqued your interest in the beginning?
Okay. What piqued my interest? Well, they have many different fields of therapy, therapy and different modalities and all that kind of stuff. The one that always stood out to me was being person-centered. I'm a people person, and I believe that it's not a problem. A lot of times it's like medical where you have a problem, I want to fix you. It's like you have these problems because of whatever circumstances and stresses you may have had in your life, but people have the capacity inherently to change and grow. So in working alongside them and seeing that progress, that's what I enjoy about it.
Okay.
So the long road, being there to be able to see them from square one, came in and was like desperately in distress.
Yes.
And working through them problems, helping them to do the work.
Yes.
'Cause as we both know, the key is they gotta want it.
What?
They gotta do the work.
That's
What?
very true.
But watching somebody and helping them coach through the work and seeing them get to the goal line, because if we're being honest, mental health, that's a lifelong struggle. It's
Yes.
not like
It
you're going to
doesn't
take
just
a
go
medicine today and you're
Yes.
going to be fixed tomorrow.
Wow. So stop right there.
Okay.
Just stop right there. Often when I'm meeting with people, it's where I want this medication. I need to get this. I need to get on this. I need to get on it. You know, this is going to fix my issues. And I have to tell them that medication will help you with your symptoms of anxiety, depression, or whatever. But you have to do the work, the therapy, to get to what's the underlying
The root.
of the problem. And that it is ongoing. Healing, your healing is ongoing. So it's not like I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna pop this Xanax,
Right.
Valium or whatever antidepressant, and I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life.
Right.
No, this life is gonna constantly have stressors. So learning how to do 3 things, and I kind of touch on it in the book.
Ooh, yes.
Ooh.
In the Sweetest Therapy, I have this phrase when I'm working with clients that we have to learn how to cope, manage, and adjust.
All right.
So we gotta learn some skills, some positive coping skills.
Positive coping skills.
Yes.
All right.
I need
And I
to get
think
that
we
book.
all have our coping skills. Let's kind of touch on that. I think for me, my coping skills is to really like relax. I learned to like not take anything personal. And so in order for me to do that, sometimes I have to like just escape from everybody and everything and just, you know, go into my little hermit mode and, you know, recharge so that I could be able to give myself to the world again once I'm recharged.
Yeah.
What you think you use as a coping mechanism for?
My coping, it would probably be mainly like my music and my art. Like that's like my outlet to everything. So I feel like that's really where I like thrive into. Like all of my songs are never really filtered. So that's kind of like where I put all of my thoughts down. That paper and pen, just something about it. Like I just can't even like describe it.
That's dope. That's dope. We all need to have those. What do you think yours are?
Well, similar to what she just said, Kaylin just said about putting that pen to paper, that writing. Writing is therapeutic. So I like to journal. I also love to bake too. Yes. So those are, as well as go to a second line.
Okay,
you know.
let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Yay.
Those are my top 3, which all ties into, you know.
Right.
You know what we talked about. What
Right.
we're gonna talk about, you know.
And speaking of baking, we have the author of The Sweetest Therapy,
I still need
Mr.
to
Chase Cassine. You can get his book on Amazon.
Yes.
You holler at him in his DMs, see if he got a couple of copies
You
laying
know,
around.
a little
There you
autograph
go.
copy.
You know, a little autograph
meet
for
up,
us
you
or
know,
whatever.
Autograph it.
I definitely have my book. I should have brought it. I don't know,
I don't
why
know
I didn't bring
you didn't
it.
bring the book.
Yeah,
But
why
can
you ain't bring the
But
book?
can you give the people out there a testimony about my baking?
Baby,
All right.
when
that
I
part.
tell you, I'm not gonna curse because I want to be able to use this everywhere. Baby, when I tell you Chase Cassine pound cake is unmatched.
All right, see, I need it.
Baby, it's so moist and flaky and like everything that I need. And I'm having withdrawals right now. You brought me some?
I'm about to say, he's talking about bringing the book. What a
I
cake.
please- so to speak to that, I didn't
Wait,
because you
hold
didn't
up, man.
remind me.
Wait a minute.
It's all right.
You didn't remind
Please
me.
fuck up.
I mean, you didn't remind me. So you should have said, Chase, can you please bake something? You know. You didn't do that though.
It's been a long week, so it's all right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
all
been
right.
a long week, but wait,
Sorry.
hold up. Before I started baking the pound cake, everybody knew me for ooey gooey though.
Ooey gooey.
Ooh, now that's my favorite right there.
Okay, everybody knew
See,
me for
I'm
ooey
not a
gooey.
I
ooey
love
gooey
me some
fan.
ooey gooey.
Even though I love your ooey gooey, I didn't had it at every. We used to work together, y'all. So I didn't had it at all the parties. Like my mom and them would get a pan, but I'm not a ooey gooey girl. But that pound cake, whew,
That pound cake is the truth though.
sinful. It's like, ooh, he got the fucking pecan praline drizzle.
Oh, it's
Y'all
that
ain't
word.
fucking with that drizzle.
That drizzle, it's the drizzle
drizzle?
for me. It's the drizzle for me.
It's the drizzle for
It's
me.
the
Y'all
drizzle
got
for
it.
me.
I'm telling y'all. And don't you have it in stores?
Yes.
Ooh.
The pound cake slices, I Listen, with the book, I had so much going on with the book and getting stuff together for the book, The Sweetest Therapy. It is on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, a lot of indie black bookstores. Just, it's all over the place. So it's doing well. But yeah, those slices, I got to get those slices back next door at Bistro. I got to talk to Vito and get that back. I had took a little break. You know, I was working on some things, pitching the book around. So, you know.
Yeah. Man, all right. So we're going to go to break. And we're going to come back and talk about Chase Cassine cakes at Bistro. Because we got to get back into that. We can't just slide on past that. But we'll be back.
Y'all making me hungry.
We'll be back. Positive Controversy.
Mondays and Wednesdays were our days. Sunny days turn to rain. We are not the same. Made me feel bad for the goals I celebrate. I can go back and forth when I do like you. I wanna accomplish everything that I do. I understand it's a lane that you can't travel, girl. How could you ever say there's no me without you? You ain't make me, you ain't make me. If you really wanna get into this, baby. Yeah, you changed me, never replaced me. Now you hate me cause we're out here trading places. I'm still private, yeah. Always be on the right side, yeah. Even when we go our separate ways. What I gotta do is try for me.
Got a text came through my phone, but I didn't read it. What's the reason? Cause it makes no fucking sense to keep being in my feelings. The more you make me come, the more I run. Got no time to figure out if you are fit to be the one. I don't mind when you hit my line, but I'm focused on my time. Steady fucking when we in public, but we're living in a disguise. Giving you all my time, that can't be. I used to put you up before, but going forward, I choose
You ain't make me, you ain't make me. If you really wanna get into this, baby. Yeah, you changed me, never replaced me. Now you hate me cause we're out here trading places. I'm still private, yeah. Always be on the right side, yeah. Even when we go our separate ways. What I gotta do is try for me.
vision steady getting clearer whenever you're out the picture. But I still seem to miss you when I'm sipping on this liquor. I hope you understand that I forgave the past. I hope your feelings last. Maybe one day we can take a chance. I love you. I just can't seem to trust you. Fuck you. Not saying that I'm trying to leave, but baby,
What I gotta do
what's
is
right
try
for
for
me.
Make me, you ain't make me. If you really wanna get into this, baby. Yeah, you changed me, never replaced me. Now you hate me cause we're out here trading places. I'm still private, yeah. Always be on the right side, yeah. Even when we go our separate ways. What I gotta do is try for me.
Welcome back to Positive Controversy. Y'all heard that song that was just playing?
Man,
I
who
did.
was
Whose song
that?
was
I
that?
just don't even know.
That was Runaway by my girl Just Kate.
It's me, y'all.
She in the building, in the flesh.
I just joking. I'm just joking. It's me.
So before we left and went to break, we was talking about Chase Kassim bomb as pound cake that is next door at Bistro sometimes.
Sometimes I gotta get them back in there. I told you I took a little break because I was working on things with the book and,
Yeah.
you know, my first feature article.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you
So
know,
we
in
about to get
essence,
into
so,
that.
yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, we about to get into that. All right, so I saw that the other day
Uh-huh.
you dropped that you were featured on Essence.com. So, like, tell us
That's
a little
an
bit about that, because I
accomplishment right
stand.
there.
I'm excited about that shit. Like, that's my friend here, Essence.
That's
bitch.
my friend. That's
You
my
hear me?
cousin.
That's
You
my
know,
cousin.
that's my cousin. He putting on for mental health awareness,
Okay,
huh?
putting
That
on.
part.
Period.
That part.
Shout out to Mama Connie.
Shout out to my mama. Yes, that's
Period.
right. That's right. That's
Period.
right.
Because we all know.
Yeah. That's I'm sharing that.
The
big
driving
story.
force.
Right.
So come on, let's get into it. How did we get to Essence? Like the little children who watching this. How do they get to Essence.com?
Wow. Okay, you want to know how many no's I got before I got to Essence?
They have to know that. They
Yeah.
gotta know that it's
Yeah.
not easy.
But I say the whole. Got to tell the whole story, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's do that.
That one, yes.
So I composed a list of different places, right? New York Times, Washington Post. The book came out last year. Did well. First week. Remember?
Yes.
You know, the
Zoo
numbers.
remember
You know,
it.
sold over
Okay.
1,500 copies in 1 week. So
Okay,
it did good for a self-published book.
Yes.
So I said, let me start pitching it to different places, right? You studied media,
Yes.
media, pitching, getting that
Yes.
fire pitch together. Well, I was sending it out. Nobody was responding. So I got discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I'm just going to put that to the side. I ain't going to worry about it no more. So then I was like on the phone with my best friend, Sierra. I said, you know what I'm going to do? It was Monday. It was a Monday, like the beginning part of April.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I'm going to write another list of places to send to share my story. I need to tweak my pitch again.
Right.
Watch me some videos of how to get it straight and stuff.
Absolutely.
So Essence, it was like 20 different outlets. So Essence was the last one. I'm sending it. I'm like, I'm just gonna send it. I don't care if they respond, they
Right.
respond, they respond. If they don't, whatever. I'm just doing it and I'm pushing myself to
Yes.
do it.
Right.
Yes.
Right? I'm
Gotta
pushing
push
myself.
yourself.
Gotta push yourself. So I got Essence editors email or whatever, right? Sent it to the editor. I got an automatic reply that basically, I'm receiving a lot of emails, but if your pitch piques my interest, you'll get a response in 24 to 48 hours.
Oh, good
Right, so I
turnaround
was-
time,
I know,
girl.
Right. I was like,
Ooh, 24
I was excited. I had even got an automatic reply. I had not
Yeah.
got no type of automatic reply
That's
from
great.
no other places, right? So I was like,
See, y'all
What?
got to get y'all shit together. Essence is on it.
that part. So the next day, I'm checking my email at work. I'm using my, I use my work email because that's the email I use predominantly.
Yes.
So and then I want them to see, that
credentials.
that
Yeah,
credential, that part.
No play with me.
That part. Want to see the
Got the
credentials.
letters to back it up.
That part. So want them to see that. So that morning when I checked my email, I saw an email from the editor, and it was like, "Hey Chase, are you interested in, when you say partnering?" Because I worded it like I want to partner with Essence in doing the article about my story. I lost my mom in 2017 from breast cancer, and I talk about the art of baking and how that was therapeutic for me and as a therapist and all that kind of stuff. Right? We'll talk about
Y'all
it.
got to read the
later.
book.
Yeah.
Because we ain't going to give it all away.
Yeah, just give you a little. That was just a little snapshot.
That's
Yeah.
snippy.
A little snippet. So she said, "How you would like to partner with Essence? Do you want to do an as told by piece or you want to do an essay?" And I was like, "Well, you tell me which one you think I should do." And she was like, "I think a essay, like 500 to 700 words about your mom and how you honor her memory in baking and stuff." So
God, that is so dope.
yeah, and it was like the
know.
draft was gonna be due May 2nd.
That's
But
beautiful.
Let me get a little deep. Let's do the whole story.
Okay.
I had nothing written until May 1st.
Okay.
May 1st.
Because first of all, we work better under pressure.
That
You know
part.
what? That is true.
Go push it out.
Gonna push it out.
Is a scholar.
Is a scholar, and guess what? Gonna ask my best friend Sierra, who wrote my forward for the Sweetest Therapy, now in stores.
Shout out to Sierra.
Shout out Cece.
Shout out.
she and I worked together and getting it because I was like, okay, you reread it and whatever, and got there because we work well under pressure. The essay was 1,100 words, and they kept everything. She didn't even condense it. It wasn't even condensed.
Not that.
So I sent it on the second, and so then the next day she was like, thank you, for sending it. It'll be out sometime this week. She never gave me a date. I was like, all right.
It's gonna be like,
I know you was checking Essence.
Listen, I was like, okay.
Refresh.
I was checking,
Like, it's just
refreshing.
gonna be in a tab.
So I had, I was off of Twitter for a while because I was like, I need to get back on Twitter because I'm using social media for my mental health awareness to spread mental health awareness, using that platform to empower and inspire people and advocate as well.
Absolutely.
So when I went on Twitter, made my Twitter, followed Essence. I was following different people that I like, different people I'm cool with, following different people, building up my Twitter and stuff. And I went to follow Essence at 11:05, 11:06. They posted my article, and I was like, "Let me hurry get back on Instagram," because I had took a little hiatus because I was like I had to drop, had to disappear, and then
That's
come
how
back.
it be. You always have to make a sacrifice
Yeah,
and get yourself together in order to make the big plays. And I'm just so happy that worked out well for you.
right.
Everybody go check out essence.com.
I'm about to go right now.
In there. You hear me?
Get on that, Kaylin. Look, go follow me on Twitter.
I'm
I got
about to
it.
go. I'm about to say, hold up now. I've been on Twitter. I'm Miami.
Y'all follow
that part.
Chase. It's Chase Casino on Twitter. It's Chase Casino on Instagram as well.
Yes.
Yes,
Everything's still the
Chase
same.
Casino,
I'm
everything,
going
baby.
everywhere.
Casino.
Yeah, made it consistent. The same bio.
Yes.
Yeah, made it consistent. Made my, my branding.
So that's dope. So any children that's watching out there, you see that Chase said that he stayed consistent. You did not give up. Send your resume, send your background
Yes.
to everybody.
Yes.
Somebody, the right person
Yes.
is gonna be the person who pick it up. Forget all the people who say no.
Wow.
It's about that one yes.
Wow.
A million people could say no, but that one yes is
Come
what's
on.
gonna get you in the door.
Put an A
So-
flat, somebody. Put an A flat. That's a word. And
It's
that's
a word.
My friend Renee, who we used to work with.
Shout out to Miss Renee.
Yes.
That's my girl.
That's who, when I got a little discouraged a while back, that's who was saying, you're going to hear a bunch of no's, but it'll be that one yes. So, you got to get back to it. And I was like, you know what? We call her Miss Millie from The Color Purple.
Period.
There's
But
a
she
story
cute.
behind that. Miss Millie, we call her that for a reason.
Yes.
But however, she encouraged me and empowered me, and that's true. You got to be persistent and to persevere. You can't let everything get you discouraged. Like, you can get discouraged, but don't stay there.
Yeah,
Like,
that's gonna be normal.
Yeah.
When things don't go your way, it's normal to not feel good about yourself. It's normal to feel discouraged. But like he said, don't sit in it. When you sit in it is when it becomes sickly. That's when you're sitting in something too
Yes.
long, you become pruny. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to have good people around you, like Miss Renee.
That's what I was gonna
And
say,
the good thing about it is, I met Miss Renee through Chase, and at the job that we both worked together. And she is one of my best mentors, to be honest. Like when I was going through a lot of personal tragedies, she was the person who was there for me to tell me, "Girl, don't do that. You're gonna go to jail."
Yes. She is that
She's
voice
that
of
girl to really be
Yes.
like, listen,
The voice of
God
reason.
got
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
She is
Anything that you want, if you're doing the right thing, is gonna come to you. So you really have to have those type of people that are in your corner to make sure, like, when it comes to mental health and checking on your strong friends, that's that thing.
to keep you grounded.
To keep you grounded. You
Grounded.
need people around you. A lot of people are like, I don't need nobody. You do.
Yes, you do. You do, because
And I'm an advocate
human
for
beings
it.
are hardwired for connection. So it's where
Exactly.
we say we don't need nobody. No, you need the right types of people around you,
Right.
though.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you don't have the right types of people.
Right, and you could tell when your body gives off bad energy when you're around certain people.
Come on, keep going.
Okay, you could tell when people not happy for you when you're
That's
telling them
true.
your good news.
Exactly.
And they hating on you.
Come
you
on.
the slick. You hear
Lord,
me?
put an
Speak on
A
it,
flag.
preach.
Put an A flag.
Look,
Come on,
preach.
come on, get them
It's
shouts
about
about
the
it.
way our bodies are wired for energy
Okay.
Wow.
and connection.
Speak on it.
That's true.
And when the connection ain't right, you gonna know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it be a little confusing, but even in that confusion, sometimes you gotta know if it's confusion, it ain't right for
It
you.
ain't
Yeah,
right.
because
It ain't
I
right.
I feel like anytime it's like deep down you really know. It's
You
just
do know.
It's like you always know.
You do.
But it's just some reason, like either you find like
Them
that
red
comfort,
flags be
like
looking
that
like
is-
6 Flags.
Remember you worked at Six Flags?
Did work there.
and did.
Was
But wait.
Tweety Bird.
You was Tweety Bird, huh?
Well, no, like you
remember
find like that comfortable like spot, like that you in. You just so used to that repetition. Well, like I understand, like well, I actually dealt with it. Like I dealt with a lot of like, I guess mental health issues and things like that. And Dory's actually been that advocate person for me, like when I was at my lowest. So it's like I know what it's like to just like stay in that, right? Like, cause it's like, oh, well, this is what I know. Well, this person, and then like y'all say, it's who you keep around.
That's
but when that
true.
main person keep bringing you to that place, and you're like, well, dang, I can't go nowhere else. Well, fuck, where the fuck am I gonna go? Like, you know. So I understand it. It's all in the mindset, and just like y'all said, like you have to, as yourself, want it for yourself.
That's true.
Because if until you find that strength in yourself, when you be like, you know what, this is fucked up. I know I used to be happier than this. Like I know, and I could be happier than right now. Like you know what I'm saying. So
Wow,
you kind of
that's-
just really
That's
like.
profound.
It is. That was
Yeah.
a
That's true, because happiness is not going to be always. Good things come and go, bad things come and go. And you have to know you're not always going to be in a good spot. You're going to be up and down. And you have to just be able to know how to deal with the lows.
That's true. Back to something Keelan said though. Something she said just resonated with me. Another thing though too. The first thing that's popped in my head was when we talk about healing and healing and healing, that some of those we do have to be mindful of who we surround ourselves, you know, as we're going through our journey in life, our mental wellness journey and feeling better. But some things we bring on ourselves where we are keep associating because it's familiar.
That's
These
true.
people,
It's
we've been
where you're
knowing them, and you know,
comfortable.
you
Comfortability.
comfort.
It's because you know the emotions of it already,
Yes.
and you know what's to come.
Yes.
And you already know
Yeah.
how to handle it. That's it.
Yeah.
But that's self-sabotage.
It is.
It's
It
self-sabotaging.
is.
And but we will do it because it's where we hardwired also our brain, it just be so ingrained to this is just the way I know it. For instance, you may go home the same way every day because that's just the route you've been going. I could tell you a shorter way, but it's gonna take a minute for you to understand.
Right. So you're going to rather go the way you know.
Exactly, which can be a road to destruction, you know. Sometimes, because trying to get here was a road to destruction, but I digress. Right? But it's where
Lord, can y'all fix
and
our
working
roads?
on being right and working on being like having an open mind. I'm thinking about it. I'm equating it to even like therapy, to where you've been in this rut, and that's what you've been used to. But it's where this is not serving me. And there's a phrase I like to tell a lot of my clients when I work with them: what you're not changing, you're choosing. I'm gonna say it again for the people in the back. What you're not changing, you're choosing. So if I identify this as an area that I need to work on, but you keep doing the same thing, you're choosing it.
You're choosing to stay in it.
Yes.
And that's, whew.
What?
I hope my ex-husband listening.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Like, hey, cousin. That's me. Hey, cousin.
I'm gonna give a little background on me, which I mean I feel like I've done on the show before. But anyways, I've dealt with mental health a lot. Not only was I a mental health professional for 5 years, but I was actually married to someone who has mental health issues, who still has them to this day, because like I said, it's a lifelong journey.
Yes.
So I know the path of like from beginning to end, from like you changing the way you usually are to being some type of a different kind of person, to being diagnosed with something, to being on medication, on a regimen, to feeling like, oh, okay, now
I'm feeling
back.
better.
Now I'm back.
I don't need the meds
I don't
no
need the meds no more. And now you don't take the meds, and then a ripple of self-destruction. So I know that firsthand, and it's really like mental health is real.
Yes.
Like people be playing with it, people be joking and shit on the internet, trolls and shit like that.
do.
But the shit is really, really serious. Like I know y'all all heard about the young lady who committed suicide.
Yes.
Who went to SUBR.
I ain't really looked too much into it because it was like too much.
It's
for me.
triggering
It
for you,
is.
right?
It's triggering for me.
Yeah.
So,
I probably should have
but
said trigger
no.
warning, y'all. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like day to day, I feel like I get into a better place of like really like talking about it and things like that. Like yesterday was just one of my days where I was like, it's just so many people just talking about all of these like girls just committed suicide. Like the girl that was in her 30s that was like Miss America.
Yes.
Like in her mind reading the messages and stuff like that. I'm just like, damn, like that could have been me like a year ago. And I'm just like, damn, like I still have mines in my notebooks, because that's not just something you just write and just be like, oh, that's old. Like, that's some shit that just strings along, like, for the years. And, like, low-key, like, you kind of, and it sounds crazy, but it's not crazy.
Keep going.
Like, you kind of hold on to that shit, because it's like, you know, sometimes I even look back at it and I listen to my own stuff and I'm like, duh, like, I really was in that place, but I'm in a better place now.
You are.
And, like,
You
and
are.
that's what, like, I keep, like, looking back and I'm growing. So, like, just hearing all of these stories right now about all these different females, it was just kind of like very emotional for me. And like how, like, and not trying to be like throwing things, but like I was friends with somebody for like 14 years. We just stopped being friends, and that girl threw my whole suicide thing in my face, like, over a dude. So I'm just like, all of those things just yesterday was just like so much, and it was just like, all my friends was kind of like checking on me, and I was like, no, I'm actually not in that place of like I want to hurt myself and nothing like that. It's just like I'm looking at that growth and what I never want to go back to, and whoever got to try to bring me back to that place, I ain't about to allow it.
That part, because you know what, you being vulnerable, not cutting you off, Dory.
No,
but
we gonna go to break.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, we gotta go to break.
Go to break,
and we gonna be right back.
Go to break,
on that note, it's getting juicy.
Yeah,
we'll be back.
Yeah.
Pretty, get it, model. Bitch, I'm a problem. I ride through the city, my car sitting silly. You say that it's awkward. My bitch looking pretty, you wish you could get it. I think she a model. Take her close to the doctor, we had to go chop it just like Benihana. Just like Benihana. Yeah, bitch, I'm a problem. I ride through the city, my car sitting silly. You say that it's awkward. My bitch looking pretty, you wish you could get it. I think she a model. Take her close to the doctor, we had to go chop it just like Benihana. Just like Benihana. Yeah, we get to them commas, so we fly to Bahamas. Copy cars with the options. Yeah, it ain't hard to find us. I just left out with a model. Had her sipping out the bottle. Yeah, I keep one on side of me. Foot pushing on the throttle. Yeah, homie, I'm a problem. All day I be styling. I ain't never need a stylist. I'm just done with being modest. Cool fast like a rocket. I just keep it in my pocket, just in case you wanna try me. Ain't no way that you're stopping me. I'ma win, that's a guarantee. Smoke something, that's the gasoline. She wanna do it in private. I just threw hundreds and follies. Cool fast like a rocket. I just keep it in my pocket, just in case you wanna try me. Ain't no way that you're stopping me, yeah. Bitch, I'm a problem. I ride through the city, my car sitting silly. You say that it's awkward. My bitch looking pretty, you wish you could get it. I think she a model. Take her close to the doctor, we had to go chop it just like Benihana. Just like Benihana. Yeah, bitch, I'm a problem. I ride through the city, my car sitting silly. You say that it's awkward.
All right, welcome back to Positive Controversy. I got my girl Just Kate with me to the left. I got my boy Chase Cassine with me to the right. And before we went to break, Kaylin was sharing, you know, some very deep, intimate thoughts with us. And we just want you to keep going with that. Let's elaborate.
Well, basically. No, but like yesterday, like some days I really have like those moments where it does feel like I'm in a low place and I just be crying for hours. But from the part where like I know where I have been into where I am now, I'm just like thankful and grateful. Like I've had my support system, like the people that really did support me. Like Dory was my main advocate. Like Dory's just a great person in general.
She is.
Just in general.
She is.
You know,
Thank you guys.
She really is.
And it was just a lot of things, and I was just like, to look at me from where I was to where I am now, it's just such a peaceful place for me. In a sense of like being emotional, like I might cry a lot, but like it's very emotional, but I just see that growth like in the right direction.
Yes.
And it's uncomfortable. it's hard. It ain't easy. And I don't know who lied to somebody and said growth was easy, because
I don't know who
that
lied
shit
and said
ain't at all.
It's called growing pains for a reason. Because it pains you in
is.
order to get through stuff.
It
To
is.
go through.
I love her transparency. You know, often we walk around strong friend, strong black woman, strong black man. You know, you being emotional. I mean, you're weak and stuff, but actually, you show the most strength in your vulnerability. I read that quote a while back, and it just always resonates with me. So that's the reason why I wanted to share my grief story. You know, with everybody. Often in my field, they talk about self-disclosure. You know, you got to be mindful of it. But it also says, if it's clinically relevant, you can share the information with a client. So that was the reason why I penned my book, to share my story. That's why I start off with my story, because I want you to know, just because I'm a clinical therapist, licensed clinical social worker, I'm still a person.
Right.
Okay.
I have
Human.
struggles.
Yes.
I have lost people. I lost my mama.
Our
All right.
closest person to
Closest
you.
person gave birth to me, and had dark moments. Emotional eating. Dory knew me when I was over 200 pounds. Anyway, you know, dealing with all of that. So it's where in journaling, writing about how I feel, getting it out, and having that support system, that's important.
Right.
But I want you to know, keep doing your thing, because your music is your sweetest therapy. That's therapeutic for you, and you have the right, surround yourself with the right people.
Thanks.
You know, people that pour into you, that give you that
Right.
good feedback.
That just
Like
don't
Jonathan gave us some good feedback that we're taking, you know,
Shout out
to
to my
help us grow.
boyfriend.
That part. So we just got to continue keeping the right energy. We talk about energy and stuff,
Right.
you know, off. But that's
definitely.
important.
Absolutely. The people who you surround yourself with, you know, they say birds of a feather flock together, which I don't always think that
Yeah,
that's necessarily true, but it could be true because, all right, so when I was growing up, I used to hang out with friends that I feel like, you know, could be considered as hoes or whatever. But I was a virgin, so I don't feel like birds of a feather flock together in that nature. But I feel like we all kind of had the same heart, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though they may have been a little more promiscuous than I was, like, we still had the same values and
Yes.
stuff like that. So
Yes.
I do feel like the people that you surround yourself with, your support system is just that, your support. They're there to lift you up when you're feeling low.
Right.
When you at your lowest and don't want to get up, and you know that you don't feel good, but you don't want to talk to nobody, but at least somebody called to check on you.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because there's several times where, like, my mama call and bug me, and I'm like, I just don't feel like talking. But I do appreciate that you calling to even check on me.
Right.
Because some people don't have that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And so you have to be really, really thankful and grateful for the people that are in your life that's, you know, trying to help you out
Yeah.
in some type of way.
That's there for you.
Yes.
That's there for you.
I know I be saying it all the time. I always tell Dory that I'm grateful and I'm thankful for like having like the friends and like the support that I did have in the time. Because a year ago, it wasn't just like my lowest, but like I was in a really bad like 2-year long abusive relationship, emotionally wise, physical wise, breaking all my shit wise. Like it was just really bad, and he really like corralled me from everybody. Everybody ain't seen me for months. Like didn't really hear from me at all. Like it was just those situations where I'm just like, you know, and I really appreciate that they really didn't turn their backs on me. As much shit I was going through,
They wasn't gonna
Dory
turn
waking up at 4 in the morning. Shout out to Dory waking up.
Don't pull up.
Bang, Dory.
Don't pull up and pull over.
Dory
Don't
pulling
pull
up
up
at
and pull
4 in the
over.
morning because people getting kicked out, you know, like it's just those type of situations. And it's like, you know, I look back at it and Dory can like agree with me. Like sometimes we just laugh at our lowest moments and we laugh in our lowest moments. And then like later on we really be joked out about it.
Yes.
But it's like we still take that severity, like points to it, but it's just like, damn.
It's just really good to
Yeah.
be able to laugh at that pain after a while,
it
because
is.
when you're going through it, it feels hopeless.
Yes.
It feels like it's never gonna get better. It just feels like, you know, you're at your lowest. Like
That this is it. Like this
but
it.
when you're at rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up.
That part.
So that's the
That
good
part.
part about
And
it.
I'm
But
an
like when you're
advocate
in it, you don't want to hear that shit. You just like, fuck everything, fuck everybody. I'm just feeling low. I'm depressed. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to see nobody. I'm just going through it.
Right.
You know what? To speak to that part right there. Stay right there. Sometimes we also have to learn how to just validate that this how you feel right now.
Right.
Instead of trying to, Dory, it's gonna get, because I don't want to hear that right now. I know it's gonna get better. Just validate my experience.
Validate my emotions.
Validate my emotions because they are valid and real to me. Because sometimes, even though you may comfort, it comes from a good place in trying to, but it's like it's not your problem to solve. Just listen. Some people just want just for you to listen.
Facts.
Right.
I just want to listen to it. I don't need your advice. I just want to vent.
That
That's
part.
how it is sometimes or whatever. And then that also goes to like, for me, I have certain friends for certain things.
Right.
You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? Every friend is not going to be everything to you. Every friend is not going to be your diary. Every friend shouldn't know every deepest, darkest secret because everybody is not for everything.
Keep going,
I have
Fat.
friends that I go to for mentorship that I know that no matter what, they have my best interest at heart and they're going to make sure they give me good, sound advice. I have friends that's like, okay, that's my turn up friend. I know if I call her to go out, bitch, we're going out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to get drunk. We're going to have a party. I have friends that I know if, bitch, we got to go beat a hoe down. We got to go beat a hoe down. And they're going to come. And they're going to ride for me. Like, you have certain friends for certain things.
Call who you need to call.
That just is what it is.
Well,
Everybody is not a friend for everything.
Well, you
And we
called
have
me
to-
for sound advice. I'm sorry.
I call Chase.
Not the call.
I call my mama. I call Miss Renee. Like, those are my sound advice people. Now, if I want to hear some, like, raw peer level advice, because Chase is better than a peer, because he's licensed and clinical.
Right.
He can't
Like,
tell me no
come
fuck
on.
shit. You hear me?
You
But
can't
if
do
I
that.
want to hear, like, some peer advice, I'm going to call my best friends. Like, you know what I'm saying? To see, like, bitch, am I tripping? No, these hoes got me fucked up, right? Right.
That part.
That is bad.
And most of the time for me and myself, for me, I be right in situations. Like, I really have a good heart. I don't be trying to fuck over people. Like, I really be trying to help anybody that I can help. I'm the biggest advocate for
Yes.
everybody from New Orleans making it. Like, we all sticking together and being together and building each other up on our platforms and shit like that. So,
You
all y'all
always-
people who wronged me, it was y'all.
all-
Y'all
You
are wrong.
always-
She was right. That's all we
always-
needed to know.
You've always been like that, though. That's
Yeah.
why when you reached out to me last month about, coming on the platform, and I said, well, no, let's reschedule because May is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Yes,
Then I
Mental
also
Health
knew I
Awareness.
had the article with the, article and
You
stuff
know,
coming. So
he
I
set
said,
up the play for us.
I did set up the play because I'm gonna share this with everybody because, like we said, we've been cool since 2005, and when I was getting my mom program for her home going together, Dory, well, you had been there the whole
Yes,
journey
the
with my
journey.
mama.
Yes.
So as I'm getting putting pieces together, I'm like, I want Dory to read the obituary, and she got up there and did it. She killed it, of course, because I know she was gonna deliver. But I did rehearsal, y'all. I did have to rehearsal.
Yes.
We go.
I'm a rehearser anyway.
I
baby.
know, but I still had.
I comes with my notes. I be prepared.
Yeah, that
Not
part.
prepared.
But that was an honor to be able to do that for you because, some people get up at funerals and be stuttering and stambling and, you know what your mama would have wanted.
Yeah, so that's why I chose who was gonna deliver
So,
that
you
Proverbs
gotta-
31.
Right.
And I feel like that's an honor. Like, I've only ever, I think before your mom, I had only ever did my uncle's obituary or reading at a funeral. And, that's real emotional. It's one thing to do public speaking and being on a platform, but I'm a big empath. So, like, I feel energies.
Yes.
Like, your pain is my pain, baby.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I'm going through what you're going through. I don't want my friends to be sad or hurt. So, I be feeling the same way as them. So, to be able to get in front of everybody and speak and honor your mother in a way, it was an honor for me to be able to do that. So I appreciate that.
Anytime. That's
anytime.
anytime. I know who to call.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're going to take a little break and then we're going to come back. Positive controversy, guys.
I'm just posting in my teens. Seen you walking with your friends. Think it's time to make amends. Hope this ain't the end. trying to settle down. You just passing through the town. I'm not here to fuck around. What you think you found? Love, 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 love. You think you found love? Think you found love? Keep it simple, keep it low. Ain't got too much for to go. You stay putting on a show. Hope I'm down the road. I can paint the perfect scene. Trying to find out where you been. Tasting you gon' be a fiend. I'll be all up in the love, 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 love. You think you found love? Think you found love? I know that you hope that I could be all for you. Yeah. Can't slip, can't fall, and no time to seek. Way deep in. Yeah. I said I needed some time. I'm still on your mind. Don't wanna keep
Alrighty,
you
welcome back to
alive.
Positive Controversy. This is Dory the Queen. I got just K and my boy Chase Cassine with me.
Okay.
It is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I am a solution-based person, and I feel like the children are our future. And as we all know, in New Orleans, our children are acting a goddamn fool. And so I want to know from Chase's point of view, like, you know, what do you think some solutions are to the problem that we have with the youth in the city?
Okay, let me start with the problem what I've seen as a therapist and working with families and stuff. Lack of boundaries. Boundaries. Where your child, you're the parent, this is your child. You may have a friendly rapport, like a good rapport where your child can come and talk to you, open and honest communication, but we're not friends. So I see a lot of that, which causes issues because as well, I mean,
Well, I gotta listen to you.
I gotta listen to
My
you.
friend.
You my friend. I talk about whatever in front of you. It is what it is. There's no respect. So the lack of respect, lack of boundaries. I'm sorry, lack of boundaries invites lack of respect. So that's the first issue that I often see, even in working with individuals, but in working with families in particular, just the lack of boundaries or being too overly rigid with the boundaries. Gotta meet in the middle, right? You
Yeah,
can't
because
be
if you too mean, then the children rebel and do whatever the fuck they want to do.
And if
but
you
if you too nice, then they really gonna do whatever they want.
So I need, that's called a happy medium.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know,
gonna say the happy medium. You gotta.
a happy medium. So it's often working with families who are open, one, to some suggestions, because it's where sometimes it's just where I've been put in places, and probably a lot of counselors where they want you to just agree with first of all, I'm a neutral person. Everybody that know me know I'm neutral. Like literally, even personally, where it's like, no, you played a part in this. They were wrong, but let me tell you what part. I'm on you. Let me tell you what some feedback for
Because all
you.
you can do is fix you.
Exactly.
You can't fix them.
Exactly. So it's where I often want you to side with them. That happens a lot with couples. That's why I don't see those. I don't see couples. So I'll do work with parents and kids where I will work with them, but that's lack of boundaries. So lack of structure. You know, it's also where some people, there's no structure at home. There's barely structure at school. They got to get the structure somewhere. Then also, if your child does have ADHD, let me just say that, or may be on the spectrum or have whatever emotional disorder. I'm gonna say disorder. I'm gonna say illness because that's have a negative connotation. People fear labels. So then
I ain't gonna get them no help because then they gonna say my baby special.
Then they gonna say my baby
slow.
crazy.
My
They're
baby
like,
crazy.
Yeah, it's
you
not-
know, and
and
that
If
reflects
your
on
baby
me.
having issues,
Right.
my girl, get them some help.
But you know, that's all stems from themselves too. Because like when
Definitely.
they deal with all of that stuff, and everybody be like, well, that's you just overreacting, you just crazy, you doing this and that and the other. So they kind of just be looking at it like, well, if I'm going through this and I'm just making it okay, my child all right. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, and it's not even like a fuck it,
Denial.
but it's like
Denial.
it's like they don't even recognize it in themselves. How they gonna really recognize it in their child?
That's true.
Denial.
And the apple don't
Kids,
fall
denial.
far from the tree a lot of times, and it's just cycles.
It just cycles, and it's just also where people are in denial. That word, that D word, that defense mechanism that often is used, denial and rationalize and everything. Those are two common ones where I don't want no label, ain't nothing really wrong, so I'm turning a blind eye. But what you're doing, you're just letting the behavior fester. Where I don't want to reach out for no help. Sometimes, in talking to a therapist or a counselor, psychiatrist, you may get better insight. Often you'll get better insight from somebody who doesn't know you, that's non-judgmental.
Right.
True.
A
And
neutral party who don't
That's very
have a dog in the fight. I'm just
Come on.
listening to
giving you
both
some,
of y'all
come
give
on.
me y'all side.
And they don't
I'ma
have
tell
nothing to
you-
gain either.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
And that gain, you ain't gotta worry about them.
And
going
can
on their
reach
mouth
your
like that.
child, maybe able to help reach your child and help you reach your child better. Because I often would help with that. Because communication, that's another thing. Let me go to that. So
That's the one.
grief is one of my specialty areas, but communication, that's another one. Because your tone says a lot, your delivery says a lot. All those things matter.
Body language.
Body language. Another thing too, going back to my boundaries in my communication too. If you say no to your child that they can't go have McDonald's because they didn't do well in school, but then you turn around and still get it, you're teaching me.
You're confusing.
Yeah.
So I'm confused, but you're also teaching me, go a little deeper. You're teaching me that I could cut up in school.
I can do
And if
whatever
I
I
push
want.
you-
And
and
if
if
I
I push you-
reward
yeah.
bad behavior.
And
That
if I
part.
push you just a little bit further, you still gonna do what I want you to do. And
Eventually.
like that's when they like when kids be like about 13 or something like that, and they be like, nah, I could get my way. Like
Yeah.
they figure it out. Like they figure out how to work their parent. And it's like as a parent, the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to be like,
That's
no.
true.
Yeah.
Like I picture you
like-
doing this and it's a
That's
no.
true.
It's a hell no.
That's true.
That's just like the kids that they have all the children on Instagram cursing and cutting up, and it's all cute until they grow up and they're a little bit older than you.
Right.
They're a little bit stronger than you, and then they don't respect anything that you say, and you can't tell them nothing. But you want the school to tell them something,
Right.
or you want the police to tell them something when
Right.
it starts at home.
It does start at home, and your children are a reflection of
Of you.
you, and that parents are the ultimate role models. You know, they're the ultimate. It ain't such and such next door. It's not this person. It's not you. You gotta model the behavior. And just like I use my McDonald's analogy, which I use that a lot, because it's where you conflict in that ultimately I know that you have poor boundaries, and that you're gonna tell me no, but you're gonna cave in, hold your ground, say no. You ain't getting no McDonald's because you're rewarding bad behavior.
Yes.
Come on, that's
Right.
Psych 101.
Yep.
They ain't paying my bills. Period. You gonna listen to me? You're not paying my bills.
That part.
You know. it's-
But then
Also
what about
more
children that
community.
feel like, I didn't ask to be here. You brought me into this world.
Well,
you here?
I ain't asked-
Well, you
As the
here.
devil's advocate, I'm responsible for
Yeah.
you.
But
And we're going to do things how I want them to be done.
okay, like
Well, you
wrong
here.
is wrong. Look, wrong is wrong.
None of us asked to be here, but we here.
Right. And
Okay.
no, seriously, legally, I'm responsible for you. Like, I can't let you go by the wayside, or I'm going to have consequences to me. Because guess what? If I abandon my children or not feed you, not do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to be in trouble for that. Whether I wanted you here or not.
Mama, let me go a little deeper. So legally, let's talk about legalities. Let's go there. Well, you're supposed to provide the basic needs. I'm talking about the food don't have to be the best food.
Don't.
Right.
You don't have to take them to Superior Grill
3
and
hots
all
and
that.
a cat,
You know,
just like jail.
It could be canned. Look, tuna, fish, and water. Basic clothes don't have to be J's.
It could be the-
It don't have to be
Yes.
polos.
Right.
the eggs and rice.
The house don't have to
Parents,
be.
y'all listening?
Come on, the
Okay.
house, a shelter, a safe haven for them, where they're not being abused and neglected. It could be a shack. It don't have to be. All that other stuff is because you choose. That's what you choose
That's
to
what
do.
you want to
Because
have for your
it's
children.
Yeah. it's like-
And as parents, we want to give our children the best. Like, we want to give our children better than what we had. But I have this conversation all the time about my spoiled ass kids. Like,
All of
y'all don't appreciate it because it's just given to you. Like,
Right.
McDonald's was like a treat on a Friday in our household.
That part.
Like it wasn't like an everyday after school type of thing. It was like my mama cooked every day.
Oh.
And you get McDonald's maybe on a Friday. Like we might get pizza on a Saturday, every other Saturday or some shit like that.
You might.
Like, yeah, might. Like these kids are very much entitled to everything. Like, you know, like my 7-year-old have a cell phone. Like, I mean, it's what the times doing, technology, but you know, you also have boundaries. Like I have a cousin who like she don't be giving her children nothing, and then she be like, okay, they punish, and I'm like, well, bitch, what are they punished from? Because they already don't have nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Take the sheet.
You have to,
Take the sheet.
They don't have nothing.
Like nothing.
They don't have nothing.
Take their pillow.
Wow.
They don't deserve the pillow.
Wow.
Like what the fuck?
Wow.
What did you
like,
take,
you know, not that they don't have anything, you know what I'm saying? But they don't have like a lot of technological shit that other children have today. Like, you know, you can't say you're punished if, what are you going to take away? I don't have a phone. Like,
Take the pillow. I'm telling you.
I don't have a TV.
Wow.
I don't have, like, bitch, I already ain't got nothing. Bitch, I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
But something you said, though, is some of that overcompensating, though, for what you didn't have. So then you're trying to live it out. You're trying to recreate it with your kids. But then you can create monsters, though, too.
Creating monsters.
That have a sense of
right.
entitlement that, oh, you might not have no money, but mom, yeah, I want McDonald's, and you going to go do it. No. No, that no is a complete sentence. I have to teach a lot of adults.
Yes, a lot of people don't know
They
how to
struggle
say no.
with no. They struggle with
Don't
saying
know how
no.
to say no.
Not me.
I'm real
Look,
good at
not
saying
me.
no. Bitch.
Nope.
No. If I don't want to, now I just had a conversation today about boundaries and being able to say no without hard feelings. Like, girl, if I don't
Wow.
want to do you a favor, it's a favor. I don't have to do it.
Right.
Like, if I feel like doing it, then I'll do it, and you should be grateful that I did it for you. But if I don't, it's like you can't be.
Hold it
Now you're
against
not gonna talk to me because I didn't want to do you a favor. Like, girl, bye. No.
Because I want to control
Happening.
another person. I want you
Can't
to do.
control me.
Well, we
I
know
ain't
that.
even grown.
We know that, but people will do that.
It's like,
We gonna do that. Well, I want you to do. I want you to do what it is I want you to do. I don't care that you told me no. I'm gonna keep trying to push the issue, but that just also shows you about that person, the
Yeah,
character.
that's very immature.
that
Like,
immature mindset.
Like, I do things out of the kindness of my heart so that I don't have any regrets when I do something for you. Because I did it because I wanted to, not because I felt obligated to do it, not because, I used to be like that. I used to, I'm just a people pleaser. I'm just going to do whatever people want me to do, even if it's running me dry and shit like that. And it's like, no, you can't be like that because you can't pour from an empty cup. I do the things now that I have joy in doing. Like, that's why I quit my job. It was too heavy.
I was so
I
happy
didn't
for
want
you.
that. Like, it was getting too heavy for me. Like, if it's not bringing me joy and peace, I don't want it.
You know, I'm still getting to that point, you know? Day by day. Look.
And I mean,
Day by
the
day.
journey is not easy. It's not easy. Like, even I quit my job, so like, you know, I have 3 kids and a mortgage and a car note. Like, you know, that's very, very scary. That was very scary for me to do, to just take that leap of faith. But I can honestly say, ever since I took the leap of faith,
Yes.
God put the wings on,
Did.
and we've been soaring ever
Okay.
since.
It's so good to see you walking in what you're
I
passionate
know.
about. That's
She
when you
just-
told me you quit. When you quit, you know, working in mental health, I was a little saddened by it. But you know what? When you told me, I was like, do your thing.
Yeah, because I'm
Do
going
your
to still
thing.
be an advocate for mental health no matter
Yes.
where I go.
Yes.
And it's just going to be on a bigger platform.
Yes.
And it'll be able to reach the masses at, a more
greater level.
intimate level. So we're going to do that.
Okay.
And I
it up.
think that's about our time, y'all. So
I wanna come back.
You going to come back?
Yeah, I'm
We
gonna
go
come
ahead
back.
too.
Gotta
Look.
I'm gonna come
Gotta
back.
come back.
I'm gonna come back.
Yes,
I'm
Of
gonna come
course.
back.
So before we go, just, close out, tell the people a little bit about yourself, where they can
Alright,
find you at,
y'all.
all of that.
Well, y'all know. I'm joking. Well, my name's Kaylin, but they call me Just K. Y'all could just find me on Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. And it's literally, I am Just K, but it's C-A-I, not K with a K. Because, I don't know, my mom wanted to decide to call me Kaylin with a C, you know. But I definitely have my music on iTunes and everywhere else. So definitely stream it. Y'all heard the little glimpse. Go get that.
We hear Kaylin every week. She just don't know because obviously she don't be watching the show.
They?
But every week,
busy. Don't do me that. Just
Wow.
every week we playing my girl Just K Music on R.A.R.E Media, and you know I'm so sad that our hour is up.
I know.
I know,
You
right?
definitely got to come back. I got my boy Chase Cassine.
Okay.
Let the people know where they can find you.
I gotta
what
go
you
by the
got
book.
going on, what you might have coming up.
Wow. You know what? You're just such a great host. You guys have been just amazing.
Thank you.
Listen, I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Facebook is Chase Cassine. Instagram and Twitter at Chase Cassine, ChasseCassine. I'm a therapist here in the community at Daughters of Charity. You want to schedule with me, but don't hit me up on Facebook or none of social media sites. Okay,
You got to
Just
order down to the charity website.
Google me. Google the number, schedule. You know, Google me. I got hits.
Period.
Yeah, that part.
Period.
So, lastly, I want to say, Dory, thank you so much for having me on here for Mental Health Awareness Month. I want to show love because you show love. You always show love to me. You know,
Always do.
real friends don't have to talk every day. We don't talk
Period.
every day, but guess what? When we talk and we link up, it's just like
Like
yesterday.
we never met.
You
Like,
know,
never left.
never left.
met to be.
Never left. Yeah. Never. Wait, what? So.
Everyone's like, wait, hold on. Now. Yeah, where you going with
Wait, what? Okay, so okay. Anyway, I'm glad to be here again. I'm glad you invited me. I'm coming back again. I'm coming back. Look, I'm coming. I'm putting myself
we
on.
didn't even have to invite you. You're coming back.
I'm putting myself on the calendar.
Okay.
I'm working on some more articles to put out my mental health awareness out here in this universe.
Yes.
And using social media as that platform to empower, inspire, and advocate.
Yes, let's go. We got Chase Cassine. We got I Am Just K. And we got Dory the Queen, Positive Controversy. We out this thing. Now make sure y'all tune in, share, like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Follow us.
Sorry if it's 'cause of so much for you to love, but they're mine. I had to build myself over and over. I'm tired to prove to you that You about to make me go cold.